Hello everybody and welcome to a new video here on MedSolut In the last episode over here we were talking about hydrogen, and yes, of course it is really important to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions, but as well it needs to be important to reduce the methane emissions, and there is a new approach for reaching this goal, and we're talking about a superfood for cows. You heard right. No chia or something else. We're talking about red algae. Methane does not last that long in the atmosphere as CO2 does, for example. But its impact on the greenhouse effect equals the of CO2 multiplied with 30. And without measures for stopping these methane emissions, its impact will increase until 2050 by another 30%. As well, the industrial livestock farming increases all over the world, and only one cattle produces up to 300 liters of methane per day. This is a known problem and of course nothing new. But there is a new approach for solving this problem. And this is to let ruminants like goats, sheep, bulls and cattle make a kind of diet. Yeah, a diet using red algae. But how could this approach really solve our methane problem? Facts first. Research has shown that adding red algae to the normal food mix of a cattle, for example, reduces their emission of methane by 80%. And the reason is that already a small amount of red algae leads to that ruminants in general excrete less air and excrements. Yep, in this episode we're in the truest sense talking about bullshit. You know what I mean, but this is a real problem. It is fact that the food mix influences the methane emission these ruminants produce. As well, it does not lead to a reduction of the meats or milk's quality, and as well it is not harming any young animals while growing up. And tests have shown that in theory this could lead to the possibility to feed ruminants with a less substantial food, what will, according to this fact, decrease the costs and increase the meat production. But are there really enough algae for making this work? Because if you like to build this up to a working system, a high amount is needed. Only the cattle stock all over the world may be by around about 1,000 million. The good thing is that the algae are abundant. So it is actually not harvested on a larger scale, but it is the least problem to plant them in an industrial way. It is a really simple plant that neither needs any fresh water nor a field to grow. A fun fact by the side, scientists have calculated that red algae could eliminate 42% of the CO2 emission, and therefore 4% of the world's ocean needs to be planted with red algae, which is quite a lot. So, are they a key solution? Yes and no. Because on the one hand, there is no comparable and has never been any comparable attempt to damp these methane emissions the massive industrial livestock farming is producing. But talking about that and the point of animal welfare, it is not leading to decrease of the massive livestock farming. The research in this point isn't finished yet. And the digestive system of ruminants is really complex. This is why scientists are agreeing that this would not be enough and there needs to be any additional approach and idea for solving the methane problem. And as it has been with the red algae, the idea is sometimes hidden in the detail. And the idea is a good one. So there may be an interesting solution waiting for us. Have you known about these attempts of damping the methane emissions? Or what do you think about it? Tell me in the comments below and let us discuss together. As well, additional to this episode, there is an article waiting for you at our blog on MedSolutTV, so make sure to check it out. Which climate research topics should we talk about next time? Tell me in the comments, and for not missing this video with your suggested ideas, hit subscribe button and bell for supporting us. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.